I have to try and keep my mouth not too open because I worry that these flies will fly in. And these flies have been landing on the shit and then landing in your mouth.
Oh, that's supposed to be the pretty side.
Well, yeah, supposed to be. Supposed to be. This Locke's idea.
Oh, no, it's just photos on Google Maps. No, it just happened.
All right, so anyway, we are vlogging this bit behind the scenes because I'm doing the Mavic, which should be out today, but also out today is the S1H. Locke went to the event. Our foreign correspondent went out to Lisbon, had fun times in the airport.
Really fun, lots of fun.
Paracut.
So fun, adventure.
Yeah.
I like adventures.
This video is about the new Panasonic Lumix S12 and ever so briefly the S12E. It's not a review or even preview because I didn't go to the Panasonic event, and nor is it hands-on because, well, Locke is filming with the S12. No, what this is a world exclusive embargo day hands-off first impressions.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so Locke went to the event for the S12 and also the S12E, is that right?
Yes.
Which is, I guess it stands for economical.
Yes.
I don't know if they, yeah, all right. So it's
Well, they didn't say that. I think it is.
Yes, it is. So essentially, the S12 has been revamped. It's got a partially stacked sensor.
Yeah.
Which sounds a little bit like the Z6 III.
That means the only difference with the S12E is no partially stacked sensor, no full frame 50-60 FPS video mode, no 5.1K open gate, and one stop less of dynamic range. That's the S12E. Oh yeah, also it's got 30 FPS electronic shutter burst. The partially stacked sensor allows faster readout speed. The faster readout speed allows faster burst.
So the burst rate, 70 FPS.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
70 FPS, it is raw. I mean, obviously, it's electronic shutter with pre-burst.
Even the Z9 only takes 20 FPS raw, A12 30 FPS raw, R1 just 40 FPS raw,
But there's a big but, isn't there?
Yeah, the buffer is pretty bad. The buffer still got full quite quickly, like 2 seconds. Oh, no, it's full, it's full, it's full. Come on, quick.
I mean, when we had the S1R2, the buffer didn't last long at all. And it's almost a bit understandable because it's high resolution.
Yeah, yeah, you got that excuse.
What other frame rates can you do?
10.
Okay.
10 mechanical.
That's a big jump.
That's a big jump between. That's the problem. Yeah, you can't do 30 and hope that the buffer lasts longer. You can kind of hack it. You set the burst to quality priority, so it do 14-bit raw. Then it will slow down from 70 FPS to 60.
Okay.
Still.
That's still pretty crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I hope I can set it to like 30. It's still really good burst rate, 30 FPS.
Yeah.
And the airplane detection working really well on the S1 Mark II.
That's not new, is it?
Not new.
So it has got new subject detection in the form of
urban spot thing.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing I was missing out on.
With your bog standard human detection, it detects a bog standard human doing bog standard stuff. You know, like being upright. A lot of the time, if a person like a breakdancer is upside down, the camera may focus on the bog standard people at the back because they're doing bog standard stuff, like standing up. But with urban sports detection, the focus sticks to the breakdancer more. I mean, it's impressive. For those that need it, of course.
And what else?
Partially stacked sensor.
Oh, I thought there's another subject detection.
No, that's it.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
The urban spot detection.
And that's the end of the S12 video. Thank you for watching. And click to watch this video instead.
Now on every Panasonic would be like better video, which is quite significant because it now can do 6K. No, hang on, 5.8K, 50 or 60 FPS, full frame.
Oh, nice.
Now, for some time, Panasonic has only had crop 4K 50 or 60p, although it didn't really bother me too much. Being a Panasonic S5 II user, it was a bit of a shame though. So they more than made up for it by not only offering 4K, but also 5.9K 50 or 60p, no crop. Then it will also do 2.4:1 aspect ratio full width with 6K 50 or 60p.
And it can also do 5.1K open gates, 50 and 60 FPS open gates.
Oh.
Even 4K 100 or 120p with a 1.24 times crop, but no subject detection. And the old 6K open gate, which is what Lock is using to shoot this video. By the way, it also shoots ProRes RAW internally up to 5.8K with a slight crop, pixel by pixel mode.
Have you tested the rolling shutter? That's what everybody's talking about these days, is rolling shutter, rolling shutter. Usually only with Panasonic cameras.
We did do a quick, not at all scientific, but just as we'd be using it test with the same lens at 28mm and no stabilization. Starting with 6K 25, the S5 II has some visible rolling shutter, but looking at the S1 II, it seems to exhibit less of it. Side by side, you can see just how good the improvement is over the S5 II. With dynamic range boost turned on, the S1 II has worse rolling shutter than the S5 II. At 5.9K 50p, the S1 II has less rolling shutter than the S5 II.
So there's only a slight advantage if you buy S1 II and S1 IIE over S5 II.
For S5 II. No, it's quite a lot. I mean, this S1 Mark II compared to S5 Mark II. The body improvement.
Yeah, I mean even the flaps do the same thing.
Yeah, it don't flap about when you open it and it click.
That is where the money has gone.
But also the screen.
Yes, the same screen as the S1R II.
Tilt up
I like it.
and flip.
These are great. They should be implemented more widely.
Some other improvements worth mentioning: cropless electronic image stabilization and false color like we've seen on the recent S1R2. Also, no power source limitation when using SSD. Another cool thing is the ability to copy files between a card and SSD, so you could back up a card without having to whip out a laptop, although it will be a bit slower. We tested a CF Express with 143 gigabytes of photos and video, and it took about 12 to 13 minutes to copy on the S1 II. But it just took 3 minutes using a Mac Mini.
But I'm not getting too excited about it because it feels like because it's geared a bit towards stills, you know that an S1H2 is going to come along and that will be the video camera to get from Panasonic.
Yeah, I mean, if for everyone having a S5 Mark II, there's not much reason to upgrade to a S1 Mark II. Yeah, 50-60 if you do a lot of 50-60.
Yeah.
No crop.
But otherwise there's nothing to get truly excited about and sell your S5 II over.
No. And for still, if you get a camera for still, you're probably not going to consider Panasonic.
I think that's the sad thing about Panasonic is, you know, getting these cameras out. If this camera came out before the Z6 III, and I guess the S1 IIe is more sort of compared to the Z5 II. So this is Panasonic's Z5 II and Z6 III, but Nikon's already got theirs out.
Yeah,
And their buffer's probably a bit better for stills.
much better.
So that's the trouble. That's the trouble.
And also the Panasonic AF tracking for still. I mean, the subject tracking is great. Human tracking, whatever, bird tracking. But AF tracking, if you want a point on something. For Panasonic, sometimes it's just, you point it at something, and then it just, whoops, it's just smooth. I mean, it's better now, but it's still not as good as other brands.
I think the thing with Panasonic is they're going to be stuck in this vicious cycle, because people use Lumix, Panasonic for video, this is not going to interest them. But then for stills, I don't think this will be enough to attract too many new users.
No, as I say, the AF tracking is not good enough.
I would honestly pick the Z6 III.
Oh, by the way, there's a new lens.
The lens is cool. I like this lens because it's quite small and compact for a 24-60 f2.8.
Constant aperture.
I think it feels quite light. I mean, even though the front of it is wider, naturally, 77mm filter thread versus 67, pardon me, it doesn't feel like an f2.8
No.
standard zoom.
No.
And that's the cool thing.
The S1 II is a camera packed with a solid selection of features. From what I can see, I can appreciate that they're continuing to improve their already decent autofocusing. I'm not saying it's the best, it's more than adequate. With urban sports detection showing it's capable of fast, upside-down subjects. I kind of wish though that it wasn't an option that you need to select, and rather it was just the AF algorithm figuring out if it should focus on the fast-moving upside-down subject without having to select it. For stills, the burst is insane while it lasts, but it will surely face some stiff competition if someone is looking for a camera that is primarily about taking photos first. For video, it is good. Of course, the stabilisation is arguably the best, as per usual. Great selection of full width sensor frame rates and improved rolling shutter thanks to a faster readout. This is probably the Lumix hybrid I'd recommend you go for video instead of an S5 II. For now. That is, until the S1H2 comes out.
We just start in the middle of the
Yeah.
field because I'm late.
Just a bit. How late?
40 minutes?
I think it's more than that, isn't it?
Is it?
Let me see what time you arrived. 11:07. That's 52 minutes. 52 minutes.
Oh yeah, from the...
But anyway, we're here in the field. I wasn't expecting this. I didn't do my research, I have to admit. This is not in fact, it's not any human's natural habitat to be in a field where cows are, where shit is all over the grass. This is one of my kind of icks. One of my icky, I get a bit icky when I see like long grass and like wet cow shit everywhere. This is just, it's not really my thing. I am a typical city folk. Whenever I come out here, it's like, oh God, it's my OCD-ness comes out. But it brings me back to my student days when I was learning photography and doing photography as part of my university studies.
Oh, back then you're probably using a film Hasselblad.
You know what, I did. I'd saved up all of my money working in a restaurant to get Hasselblad.
Oh,
I took it out, yeah.
You did?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I took it out and then I was wearing slip-on shoes and the mud was still wet. And then I went into this field with loads of cows and then I was opening the gate and then this cow turned around and it started shitting towards me. But I really wanted that shot. So I carried on and then I kind of stepped in this shit mud stuff and I pulled my leg out and my shoe was there. They're stuck in the mud. The S12E and the Z5 II is comparable to the S5. No, shit. Do it again.
I feel like it works better when the person you are trying to take photo of is upside down.
So I don't need to put the camera upside down.
Oh shit.
Locke is risking his life. Buffer's full. I can't take a shot anyway.